You know, there's an interesting thing that I have found about games.
What did you find, Mr. Trouble?
You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time.
Game. The game that you need to play to get an abundance of women is to actually have no game.
Formless grasshopper.
No game. And what I mean by that is that you play no games because you are a man of decision. You are a man of choice. You are the selector. And because of this, you don't have to play any games. You need to be real with this girl. You don't need to pussyfoot around and be weak, because that's not attractive. It's not attractive.
It's not real game.
So, you know, these connotations of RAFCs, recovering average frustrated chumps.
Yeah, what the fuck's that?
Recovering. Sounds like you're recovering from cancer.
Yeah. As if you had some sort of disease. And maybe in a societal sense, in some over-dramatized sense, yeah, okay, but come on, guys. It's like you were saying earlier. You gotta be in the state of one way or the other. You're either a PUA or an AFC.
Yeah, there is no middle, okay?
No.
On one side, you have a PUA with 10 game. 10 on a scale of 1 to 10.
10.
On the other side, you have an AFC. You can either be the AFC or you can be the PUA.
There's no in between.
The PUA, the pickup artist. Someone who is a man of decision. If you're in the middle, you're not a recovering AFC. You just haven't committed to the game with 100% belief.
You're just putting your toe in the water to feel whether or not it's cold or warm, when you really just need to fucking jump in,
That is
swim, and struggle.
Great analogy. A great analogy. Think about it. Do you want to spend the entirety of your existence, 22,000 and some odd days of your life, dipping your little tippy toe into water?
Wondering
Or
what...
do you want to jump in? Do you want to let people know that you're here? Let them know that you're here. Damn it. Don't follow their rules. There's one good thing about rules, is you know when to break them.
Yeah.
You know when to break them.
You gotta know when to break them. You have to know what they are and understand why they're there in the first place. You know, a lot of times they're there created out of good intention, but then you can break them with good intentions. We believe in acting on what we want out of our own intentions, and we're not apologetic about that. We don't care what other people think about that.
It was interesting the other day. I was walking down a sidewalk with a woman who told me that I was talking too loud. I was talking too loud. And my response was this: "Oh, I'm sorry. You actually care what other people think about you. I don't. You can go to a bar wearing your best dressed clothes, find a seat in the most high traffic spot and sit there and not say a word.
Yeah,
Nobody will notice.
Mr. Gonna play it cool, James Bond.
007.
Yeah, hey
Got a
sport.
pistol in my pocket.
Yeah. Hey sport, they'll come to you. Doesn't work that way.
Ain't gonna happen.
Doesn't work that way.
Nobody cares. Not one person will walk home, drive home, ride the bus home, and say, God, did you see that guy at the bar? He didn't say a word the whole night.
Yeah.
They're not going to care. Nobody is going to give a fuck.
They're not going to care, and use that to your advantage. I mean, also, let that be support in the knowledge that you don't rely on the external validation of others to tell you whether or not you're cool or you're doing the right thing. You know?
It comes from inside. How you feel about yourself is actually none of anyone else's business. Talk to everyone. Inside. If you went to that same bar and you talked to everyone, they're probably going to go home and they're going to say, oh my God, did you see that guy? That guy was fearless. That guy was confident. He walked up to numerous people and just struck up conversations like he was in his backyard.
Yeah. He was in his own state. And even if they don't do that, you know, going home to think about you, so the fuck what? Because next time they're going to see you there, and they may not remember your name. You probably won't remember theirs if you were really meeting that many people. But they're going to have a good feeling about you because their brain's going to say, in a way, don't I know this guy? I remember that he was cool. You know, providing that you were truly being yourself and being a man of decision.
Let's say that you found you a girl at this bar. Everything went well, and you got her to come home with you.
Yeah.
Everything's good.
Yeah, it happens.
Everything's going well.
Solid game, top 10 game.
You got her in your bed. Things are getting a little hot and heavy. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, you hear, I don't think we should do this.
LMR.
Yeah, exactly. Sounded like a cheerleader there.
Yep.
But you're right. Last minute resistance comes into play. LMR. It's interesting, LMR.
Our good old friend.
Have any of you guys ever had the fear of walking up to a woman? Felt that anxiety inside of you?
The fight or flight.
Maybe you chose not to walk up. Maybe you chose to not talk to that beautiful woman.
Maybe you
Why?
chose flight.
I don't know. She's tiny. She's delicate. You're probably at least 3 times stronger than her. Why such a strong man would not talk to the woman is beyond me.
It's unbelievable.
But at the same time, that fear that you had there is exactly the same fear that she has in LMR.
That's interesting. So,
she's comfortable when you walk up.
mm-hmm.
She, you can just about bet, has been hit on many times.
Oh yeah.
Maybe even moderate times. But even so, she is probably going to be more comfortable than you're going to be when you walk up. So you just need to be cool with that.
Just accept it.
Understand it.
And move on. Just go into it.